Hey everyone, it's Josiah Carlson with Carlson Homes. Hope you are doing well today. I wanted to share something with you. I was talking to some colleagues about our 401ks. For those of you who have 401ks, this might be applicable to you. We were talking about how they're nice for retirement, but we don't really get to play around with them much before then. So we have all these years that we put money into it, and we don't really get to see anything until we hit our 60s or retirement. So it's kind of frustrating that we can really just adjust some percentages and how our investments are allocated, but beyond that, it's really not much that we can do. And so I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, there's ways we can save, but we could still have fun doing it. And one of those is buying a house. Like, you get to pick out the house that you like, you get to paint wall colors, you can knock down walls, you can put up new types of cabinets. There's all sorts of things that you can do with a home purchase. So diving a little bit further into this, I was researching this article that was done. It was a study done by Urban Institute, and what they were doing is they were surveying adults who turned 60 to 61, and they did this survey between 2003 and 2015. And what they found is that today's older adults, so those ones that are kind of hitting their 60s, they became homeowners at a younger age than today's young adults, people my age. So what we're seeing is that there's not a lot of people my age that are buying homes, at least as young as they were back 30, 40 years ago. So of these adults that they surveyed, these older adults, half had bought their first home when they were 25 to 34 years old. And another 27% bought their first home before they turned 25. The study shows the impact of buying a home at an early age. Those who bought their first home at 25 or earlier had an average of $10,000 left on their mortgage at 60. That half that bought in their late 20s and early 30s had close to about $50,000 left on their mortgage, but traditionally they had purchased more expensive homes than the ones who bought at a younger age. Now guys, I'm not saying to ditch your 401ks by any means. Those are important. However, the millennial generation is renting a lot more than they're buying these days, and they're failing to build housing wealth. And what that housing wealth is it's acting as kind of a forced savings plan when you purchase a home. You are putting money towards that mortgage instead of it all going towards rent that you'll never see again. So when you're putting it towards your mortgage, you're not only building house equity from property values increasing, but you're also getting back some of that principal that you're paying towards the home. Whereas rent, it's all going, you're essentially paying for somebody else's mortgage. As people age into retirement, they rely heavily on their wealth rather than their income. And we see that. You retire from work, you're no longer getting an income, but you're relying on the wealth that you've accumulated through your 401k, as well as through the house that you purchased, because it's either about to be paid off, or if you decide to sell it, you have all this money that you've accrued from paying down that principal. So while people make the choice to own or rent that suits them at a given point, I think maybe more young adults should take into account the long-term consequences of renting when home ownership could very well be an option. So guys, if you've been debating whether buying a home this year is right for you, let's chat and we can discuss your options real quick. My number is below, or you can hit me up with a message. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. Bye.